Pistons. Detroit's first time as the 1 seed in 19 years. But it would not go well for the Pistons. Paolo Banchero playing really well right now.
He did, and I actually called them out to play better. Even when they lost the play-in game against the 76ers, and he has responded in the playoff game against the Hornets and tonight. The physicality. This series is going to be a brawl for it all. Two well-coached teams that head coaches preach physicality.
Cade Cunningham, he was really the guy who carried the Pistons.
The only guy.
Down. Banchero, tough shot. He had 23. Magic up by 4 at that point. Next possession down. Wendell Carter Jr. muscling up inside. The Magic up by 7 after 3. The Pistons made some runs at him. Never could get there. Cunningham trying. He had 39, the most in the opening game of the playoff series in Pistons history. But the Magic just flat out the better team on Sunday. Franz Wagner finding Jalen Suggs. There he is, up top. Yeah. And the Magic win this one. Pistons 11th straight home playoff loss. That's the longest streak in NBA history. And the Pistons didn't just lose, they lost, and they never led in this one. Orlando, the first 8 seed since seeding began way back in 1984 to never trail in its playoff opener. The last 3 times the Magic won game 1 of a playoff series, however, they lost the series. All right, we're back with Perk. Not a lot of people saw this coming. No. The Pistons fight all year for home court, and then they cough it up in one game. What concerns you about this Detroit team right now?
Well, it was 2 things that happened tonight. Number one, they got punked, okay? And we don't see a team that hang their hat on for its physicality and on the defensive side get punked like they did tonight. Number 2, it's been a concern of mine all season long. Who's going to be that second option / Robin to Cade Cunningham? You got to feel some type of, way if Cade scored 39 and you lose this game at home. Is it going to be Jalen Duren? Is it going to be Tobias Harris? My concern with Jalen Duren is a lot of his action throughout the course of the regular season came from either pick and rolls or pin downs when he was slipping to the basket. It was never him being featured in isolation. And so when you think about what they had last year, Beasley, Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway Jr., they had shooting. They had guys that could come in and give you 15 or 20 points along with Cade doing this thing. If Tobias Harris or Jalen Duren don't up their game offensively, then it's going to be a problem in this series for Detroit.
JB Bickerstaff and the Pistons, they're going to have a couple days to think about it. Game 2 is until Wednesday with the NBA schedule.
Film session.
Yeah. We got plenty more with Mr. Perkins. We're going to take a look at the Thunder and that dominant start to the
first home team to lose this playoffs were the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Thanks to Paolo Banchero, he had 23 points as the Magic beat the Pistons 112 to 101. Woo. Paolo made up for that first time they lost. He had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. The 8-seed Orlando Magic went on the road to Detroit, and they won. The top-seeded Pistons extended their longest home playoff losing streak in NBA history. They have dropped 11 straight home games in the postseason, the drought that dates back to 2008. Cade Cunningham scored a career playoff high 39 points. Tobias Harris added 17 for the Pistons, but the rest of their teammates was relatively quiet. Sometimes, and we can get into this, and Joe, let me know what you think, but sometimes it's really not what you did, or the other team just played a little better. But in order for Detroit to get back in this thing and win this series, Jalen Duren can't do that. 8 points, 7 assists. But you look at up down the board. Look at Orlando, 23, 19, 17, 17, 16. Hey. That's how you go on the road and silence the crowd. Joe, what did you like about what the Magic did? Because I thought they, from the get-go, they didn't get in the hole. They took off and they looked back.
Yeah, damn, Orlando like Jekyll and Hyde for real. Like
they are.
Think about it. They got their head beat in against Philly, and ever since that loss, they beat the brakes off the Hornets. And now you come in in game 1. This really don't surprise me, Uncle Ocho. You want me to tell you why? Because I don't think Orlando is fully healthy, but they got a lot of their key guys, Wagner, Banchero, and I think ever since that game against Philly for Banchero, I know he heard the whispers because I know I was I was very critical of him for settling for jump shots, doing too much ball handling, and not using his muscle that he has, that big body, and creating space and causing havoc, getting to the free throw line, and making these dudes guard you. Ever since then, bro, he's been a totally different player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He came out, he's established himself early, meaning getting easy buckets, getting into the teeth of the defense, which is getting in the paint, making these guys try and stop him, and it's just been tough. Other guys have came along for the ride, and they've been fun to watch. They've been a top team, a team who I think before the season started, a lot of people picked them to be at the top of the East. Rather, top four, probably a top 4, top 5 team.
Yes.
Right.
And they disappointed in that aspect, but man, they got a prime opportunity in front of them, because the thing about Detroit, we always talk about it, Uncle Ocho. K got to be great, and Duran got to be.
And he was.
Yeah. I mean, you got to. They only had 2 guys in double figures, Detroit, bro.
That's it. Goddamn Tobias and goddamn Cade.
That's it, bro.
You're in the playoffs, Joe. Your best players gotta be your best players, and then I get some help. I get some supplementary help from somebody else. My role player, 1 or 2 of those give me something. Jalen Duren is gonna be an all NBA player.
Yeah.
You gave me 8 points and 7 rebounds. This team led the NBA in paint.
Yeah.
In paint points, excuse me. They led. Orlando crushed them. Plus 20. That you can't have that. I don't know what he was doing. He played timid as hell.
Man, Unc, I think we got to give Orlando a lot of credit too, though.
Yes.
Meaning, they played tonight how we thought they would play throughout this season. They beat a top team. Obviously, they're 8th seed playing a 1 seed.
Yeah.
And, it's been questions about Detroit, but Orlando is getting healthy, bro. They got guys who are playing well, and if Paolo gonna lead the way he's been leading the past 2 games, they're gonna be tough to beat, man. They could potentially, upset this Detroit Pistons team if they ain't careful. Now, what we gotta see is, okay, Detroit been one of the best teams in the NBA. Now we got to see what y'all really made of, because y'all done lost on y'all home floor.
Oh yeah.
Now
let them get the next one.
Hey, look, not only do you got to get the next one, but you have to win, and you have to win in Orlando. You have to win in Orlando. You got to win on the road.
This is their season. Is the next game they play?
Yeah, must win. Can't go to Orlando down 0-2.
No, Wagner was unbelievable in the 4th quarter. Every time they tried to make a run, he'd snuff it out.
Yeah.
Every time. Wendell Carter played unbelievable. Like I said, I'm shocked. I am shocked that Duren played this bad in this ball game, Joe. If somebody would have told me, like, you know what, hey, he's not even gonna get double figures, bro. He's a double guy.
You're right.
You gave me that in 33 minutes, and he only had 3 fouls, Joe. So he wasn't in foul trouble. It wasn't like a situation he picked up 3 fouls in the first quarter, or he had 3 fouls, 3 or 4 fouls in the first half. It wasn't that. He had 3 fouls and played 33 minutes.
Yeah. Man, look, that's why I give Carter, I give Wagner, I give Banchero, I give them big guys credit, because they fought him, and they outplayed the Pistons game 1. They did. When you were the road team, bro, especially in the playoffs when it starts, I always feel like the first game is like the best game to try and steal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Pistons been out for over a week, probably 10 to 12 days, while Orlando has been playing playoff basketball for the past week. You know what I mean? They played a couple games in this past week to where, they already got it at the highest level, and they know where they got to play at to be able to compete.
They've been playing playoff basketball for the last 3 weeks because they couldn't fall out of that damn 10 spot. They about to be out of the play in. They ended up in the play in, but they was about to be out. So they had to be in playoff mode.
Yeah. And they've been there. Hey, look.
Yeah, and they played well, like you say. You know what, Joe? Now that I think about it, you're right. Sometimes it's you just tip your hat to Orlando, and they just outplayed them. You want your guns. Now, if they outplayed them, and Duren would have played like I know he can play, Duncan Robinson need to give him more production than what he gave him. But you look at that bench. I mean,
they ain't give you
5,
nothing,
8, 11, 14. They got 20 points off the bench.
That ain't gonna help you.
Yeah, and when you look at Wendell and Wagner, look at the efficiency that they shot at, bro.
Yep.
Wendell missed 1 shot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He went 1 for 2 from 3. Wagner 7 for 7 for 13. When you got guys playing at an efficient level like that, all Paolo got to do is keep asserting himself to where establishing that he gonna be the best player in this series. Hey man, Orlando got a great chance, Uncle Ocho, in this first round. Now
They do.
I'm with the Pistons. I want to see the Pistons prevail, but they're gonna have to show us what is. They haven't been a champion. They hadn't won a championship, but to be a championship caliber team, you're gonna have to show us you can get out this little rut that you're in.
The difference is everybody that you expected to play well for Orlando played well.
There you go.
Only one play, really. And Tobias Harris gave you what you expect him to give you, but only Cade. I mean, even I got Jenkins, Joe. You remember Jenkins' offense, but he's really mainly offense when Cade was out.
Yeah.
He's a different player with Cade because Cade's going to have the ball and Cade's going to do his thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can still expect that same production now that Cade's back that he gave you when Cade was out. But I do expect that from Duran. But the Magic guys played like they needed to play in order to win, and so this is why they won. But I tell you what, Detroit, y'all better win this game. I don't know when y'all play. I don't know if y'all play Tuesday or Wednesday, but you better win on your home court. The one thing that you don't want to do, now you're not loaded like that you can go down 0-2 on your home court and just go down there. Because I'm afraid you when you come back, you'll be cleaning out your lockers if you go down 0-2 at home.
Nah. Hey, Detroit got a huge fan base. They ain't going for that. They work too hard. And the Pistons, what they stand for. I know them dudes gonna bounce back game 2. They definitely gonna be relentless, resilient. They gonna do whatever it takes to win this game. They know they gotta win game 2 for sure.
You do realize, Joe, they hadn't won a home playoff game since 2008. Do you know how long 2008 was? I was in my early 40s, just got about it.
Hold on. You said who ain't won? The Pistons?
Detroit.
They didn't beat the Knicks at home last year. They didn't win.
No, they lost at home.
They lost both games, didn't they, man?
They sure did.
Damn.
They've lost 11 straight home games in the postseason, a drought that dates back to 2008.
What's going on?
As a matter of fact, hey, I was 39. About to turn 40.
In 2008?
In 2008, I was about to turn 40.
Boy, you were young, boy.
What no?
Oh, he was cutting up.
You still young,
yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
I was on a bender. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you was hell back then?
Yeah. What? Bending like Beckham the other way. I mean, when you think about it, 18 years, that's a long ass time.
It is, bro. I didn't know that. It's a good stat because I swear I didn't know that.
Damn.
The Pistons got to figure that out.
Hey, I tell you what, you better not go to 12. You better not go to 12 because you end up having to probably get 13, 14 out the way next year.
Oh man, I gotta call my boy Jay Jack over there. He the assistant coach. I gotta ask Jay Jack.
I saw him on the sideline.
Yeah, I gotta ask Jay Jack what's going on, man. Hold on now. Yeah.
But no, I think like you said, Joe, you and I were both frustrated with Paolo Banchero because the way he played against Philly.
Man.
And then he followed that up the next game, and he had a monster game against Charlotte.
Oh.
He did a number on Charlotte. And then he came and he followed that up. This is what we expect from the #1 overall pick a couple years ago.
There you go.
This is what we expect from an NBA All-Star. This is the way you're the leader. You're the best player. You got to be the best player more times than not on a nightly basis.
Yeah. Hey, and take advantage of that big body you got, bro. Continue.
And when he plays well, man, look here.
They tough to beat.
I saw him do a number on the Lakers this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he getting to the mid. He was knocking down the three, putting the ball on the floor, finishing at the rim. He was hell.
Man, he a big kid. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. He like 6'10".
Yeah.
6'9",
like
6'10".
big body. Handling the rock. All he got to do is stay in that mid-post range, beat a picker in the screen and roll instead of being a handler all the time. That way you can get to them short rolls or roll and get them easy buckets or where you can play, make, and score. Mm-hmm. But if he relentless like he's been, getting to the paint,
well, because I watched him in college. I'm like, bro, what is all this hype about? Because he did not play like he playing now. I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah. Hey,
And they're like, Banchero, he could be the #1 overall pick. I was like, okay.
You didn't see it?
No.
No,
'Cause
I ain't
he didn't play like his size. Now, I get it. He's playing with other 5 stars, and you just can't dominate. You just can't. Coach K ain't going to just give you the ball and say, well, I think Coach K was been his coach. Maybe Shire was his coach. But you're not going to just give him the ball because, hell, they got other guys on there going in the first round to the NBA.
yeah.
But
Duke.
he a load.
He is, bro. He is. He continue to keep playing like this. He gonna get Detroit plenty of hell.
Yeah, Detroit. Hey, Joe, they might be in trouble, Joe. I know it's one game, and I don't want to overreact to one game, but history ain't on their side, considering they hadn't won a home playoff game since 2008.
Yeah. Well, listen. They getting tested right now, Uncle Ocho.
Yeah.
Test for the Pistons. Now they got to come. They got to come up with some answers. This is it.
Joe, this ain't no surprise test. Hell, you knew the playoff was starting, and you knew they starting at home.
Yeah. So it's rest over rust. They've been. It depends. It depends on how you look at this. They've been out for a while. They're a young team still, so some rest could cause for them to be a little rusty. I feel like they're going to pick it up. Obviously, they're going to win game 2 because of the desperation they got to play with, and I feel like they'll get back on track. They've been a pretty good road team all year. Mm-hmm. So I think they can go in. I think they can go in and get one in Orlando. I really do.